Hey everyone, I just got back to Paris and this time I visit the Louvre, but not just for the art. There's something really special going on inside, a fashion exhibition that collects haute couture with a history. But before we dive into that, let's take a journey through time. In this video, I will walk you through 10 chapters of the Louvre past, from its original purpose as a fortress to a royal palace, and then a people's museum, and now a place for the fashion inspiration. So let's check it out. Let's go back to the 12th century. In 1190, King Philip Augustus built a stone fortress to protect Paris from enemy. It wasn't a museum yet, it was cold, defensive, and military. This is the first version of the Louvre. And now jump to the 16th century. King François I turned the old fortress into a royal palace. Later, another kings like Louis XIII and Louis XIV keep expanding it through the 17th century. It's become a great home for the royal and their art collections. In 1682, during the late 17th century, King Louis XIV is moved the royal court to the luxury place of Versailles. Do you remember? Louis XIV is called himself as the Sun King. He want more space, natural, and the sunlight. The Louvre he left behind. It was no longer a royal home, but something new was coming. In the 18th century, the Louvre became a place for the artists, thinkers, and academy. They work and study inside. It slowly transformed into a creative center, and people start dreaming of turning it into a museum. In 1793, during the French Revolution, the Louvre became a public museum. This was in the late 18th century. It's open with just 537 artworks. The idea is, they say, art should belong to everyone. It's not just for kings. Then this is the reason why they open to the public. Now let's go to early 19th century. A man named Napoleon Bonaparte was rising to a power. He is a military genius who need many wars across Europe. And when he win battle, he didn't just take land. He also took art, a lot of it, from Italy, Belgium, the Netherlands, Egypt, and more. He confiscated famous paintings, sculpture, and ancient treasure and brought them back to Paris. And you know where he put it back? To the Louvre, which became known as the Museum Napoleon. Some artwork was later returned after Napoleon lost power, but many masterpieces still staying, and they helped turn the Louvre into one of the richest museums in the world. And now we're in the 20th century, a time of two world wars. During World War I, 1914 to 1918, Paris was under threat. So the Louvre staff took precautions, hiding many precious artworks in the safe storage outside the city. Luckily, the Louvre wasn't bombed. Then most of the art is still protected. Then come to World War II, 1939 to 1945. In 1940, the Nazis invaded France and occupied Paris, including the Louvre. So what happened to all these art pieces? Well, just before the Nazi arrived, French museum workers has already started moving thousands of the masterpieces out of the museum, including the Mona Lisa, and hiding them in the chateau, village, and the cave across the countryside. The Louvre looked almost empty when the Nazis walked in. The Nazis did try to steal art, especially from Jewish family and the private collections, but they couldn't because the Louvre was empty. You can see the Louvre creators were the heroes. They risked their lives to protect France's cultural treasure. And after war, the artworks were returned and the Louvre survived once again. Now is a fast forward to 1898. In the late 20th century, a bold change. A glass pyramid designed by IMP became the new entrance. People were shocked at the first, mixing modern glass with the old stone. Are you kidding? But now it's become like a world-famous icon of the Louvre. This is exactly story like the Eiffel Tower. At the beginning, everybody was against it, and now everybody just love it, become one of the most famous icons in Paris. And here we are in the 21st century, the year of the 2025. For the first ever, the Louvre opened its door to the high fashion. The Louvre Couture exhibition featured couture pieces from designers like Chanel, Balenciaga, Christian Dior, shown next to the ancient treasure. It's a new way to see how history inspired fashion right inside the world-famous museum. And you know now today, the Louvre is more than just a museum, it's a global icon. When it first opened to the public in 1793, it has only 537 artworks. What about today? The Louvre owns over 480,000 art pieces, from painting and the sculpture and the ancient object and the wild artifact. Around 35,000 of them are displayed at any time. It welcomes over 8 million visitors every year, making it the most visited museum in the world, and keep evolving, hosting film, fashion show, and exhibition like the Louvre Couture I just visited. From a small royal collection to nearly 500,000 works of art, the Louvre is not just a museum. Especially now, because I'm learning history, I find that Louvre is become more and more interesting. This is exactly like a living timeline of a human creativity. So next time you come to Paris, please take your time to enjoy Louvre. And don't forget to get the map because you will easy to get lost. I hope you enjoy my video of today. I see you next time. Stay tuned because the next video I will show you more detail of the Haute Couture exhibition at the Louvre.